board, and look at how chaotic this game has gotten all of a sudden. We reached stage 5. There were still 13 or 14 teams remaining inside of the game. We reached stage 6. We're down to 9 teams, but still 30 players alive. And this circle itself, it has taken us to the eastern side of Milta, just northeast of Milta. There's a massive hill. That is where these teams are fighting each other for utter control of this zone. RP Mizo right now in a wonderful position towards that northwestern edge. Then you have another squad of RS holding on to the western edge itself. In the meanwhile, Team Aiku Soul, northeastern edge of the circle. There's no one towards the northeastern edge because Aiku Soul is trying to gatekeep everyone else from the hilltop to the bottom of this hill. They are standing in the middle and they're taking fights on either direction.
Just collecting some freebies that are lying across the board, but Aiku Soul unfortunately taking a bit of a damage upon themselves. Ronnie knocked out. Manya's in the back lines to provide that cover fire, and if you remember, Johnny, even Manya has been sort of like the elimination leaders for this team recently. Aiku Soul, every single player now just looking for to regroup with each other. S-Power's going to be the man to lead the pack this time. Considering Manya's in the back lines providing the cover fire. Bgis, they made a big blunder, as Mystery's going to be the last man left alive, and Mystery just needs to make sure that his position's going to be Mystery.
Well, and now finally Bgis, they might have bitten off more than they can chew. Mystery, as you mentioned, the only mission for them right now is to protect his presence, hide and secure those placement points one way or the other. But Aiku Soul, in the midst of the chaos, Ronnie is going to fall. Knuckle, S-Power, Manya still there. A revive needs to happen. Luckily for Ronnie, his teammates were right next to him. So it's going to be a quick revive given to Ronnie by Knuckle. S-Power in the back line, trying to protect his team, provide some suppressing fire, but RIP Mizo, with that high ground advantage of theirs, can actually create a big opening in this fight if they deny Team Soul the entry over the ridge.
It indeed can. All the 4 players playing on the edges of the zone, and then you've got Mystery on the left lines. His position is a mystery for now, is anonymous, he's unknown, it's out of the lobby. And as long as he's keeping it that way, it's all good in the hood for that man. He should be able to squeeze some placement points away, but still, you've got 6 teams to duke it out against. It will be a tough one to get a decent position in your hand. Before Aiku Soul, they've got every single player up and alive, and as I mentioned, Aiku Soul is just at the top collecting freebies. They get another one on their hands. There's another team right next to him in the name of RIP Mizoram. It's going to be tough to deal with them, but hey, it is what it is. Soul, it's going to be an uphill battle for Team Soul to face off against RIP Mizoram, but let's see how that one unfolds in front of us. As CB for now, they're being chipped up by the players of Aiku Soul. Another knockout found. Still 2 of the players are surviving though.
Still 2 players surviving, as you mentioned, but CB, they've taken a massive hit, as you mentioned. And this push over the ridge, it might be a massive risk. Looking to cause a distraction, looking to draw attention from the backlines, but Vampire, even he hits the deck. What a precise spray over there from his power and his teammates. Everyone just committed on the same position. They're focus firing every single team that they see, not really getting split up amongst the decision-making of who they want to take down. Even Nate is going to be forced to take an exit. And all of a sudden, we see Aiku Soul sitting there in the top 2 with 14 eliminations to their name. The only team that is standing between them and the victory and the chicken dinner of this first game is RIP Mizo, with 3 players still alive.
Even they've got 9 elimination points on the board. Aiku Soul, of course, the domination just answering. There's a chance that they will be the one to secure this chicken dinner, considering they're also controlling the majority of the zone too, while RIP Mizoram is just being forced in a corner. They do have a solid cover to play with. Before how long they can play with that cover, they will need to leave that cover, move inside of the zone, and that's what they're doing slowly and steadily. Flick YT, at least one of the players from RIP Mizoram needs to find the opening knockout. If they're not able to do so, things will be going downhill for them. As I mentioned for now, the fight is still on the equal pages. Considering there is a man disadvantage on the side of RP Mizoram, they will need to find at least 1 knockout. They're utilizing the smokes to provide that extra bit of cover, but Manya in the front lines, he's just driving through. Aiku Soul to make the push happen. Manya falls down, but S-Power's got things under control. He gets another knockout on the front lines. S-Power shut down as well in return, and now it's going to be a 2v1 scenario. Knuckle just trying to preach in as well, but no, scratch that. It's actually 1v1, and Knuckle shut down too. What? It's RIP Mizoram to close things off and steal that chicken dinner away from Aiku Soul.
Right now, RIP